Hi guys, and welcome to today's episode. My name is Trevor Bayer, and today we're going to be looking at Christian masculinity. Welcome to this episode. This should be episode 7, and I really appreciate you for being on this journey with me. If you haven't watched my previous videos, kindly watch, and if you're new to this channel, subscribe, share, like, comment, press every button that appears on screen. Alright, so in today's society, masculinity is under siege. It's evident that there is the proliferation of the drag queens and the transformation is disturbing, and this trend in men is becoming so disgusting, and people are undergoing surgeries to alter their identities. And I keep on asking this question: why is masculinity fiercely targeted? So the answer lies in the fact that masculinity is very powerful, and the devil knows that masculinity is very powerful. And in fact, God has created men, the male person, the male gender, to be a gender of power, a gender that exemplifies not only power but strength, dominance, and good poise for great movement in the space of this world. So there's a lot of battle for against masculinity, and I feel like if you check in Ephesians chapter 6 verse 12, we are reminded that we do not battle against flesh and blood, but against rulers and authorities and against powers of the dark world. And there's a certain video that I'll link in the description down below that you can check out that shows that there are some demonic entities that are now coming back into this realm, into the present time, that are here so that they can ruin the institution of family that has been set forth by God. That's why you see people are now transforming their bodies. People are cutting their male appendages and inserting female appendages and saying that this is now how I feel complete. People are deciding to get rid of their female appendages and trying to do surgery to become masculine. I mean, it's a whole confusion that is happening in this world, and I just hope and pray that even as I speak truth, YouTube does not censor this video. Let it go out and let people understand. I feel like the devil is against the man. The man being the head of the family, the devil wants to cut the head down so that the family structure is disintegrated, so that the family structure is no longer firm. That's why the man is attacked so much in today's century. I keep on asking myself, not to bash women, but why did the devil decide to tempt Eve? Why did the devil not go direct to Adam? This is not to bash women, but men naturally have a stronger poise in terms of getting things done and maybe standing firm on their decisions. And of course, women also do that, but in the biblical point of view, you even get to see the Bible saying that as much as we should love women as Christ loves the church, we should also treat the woman as the weaker vessel. That's just how God created them. And it is important to understand that when God created Adam, he placed him in the Garden of Eden, and then he told him to work and toil and make sure that the garden is in good shape. He did that even before he created Eve. So it means that God gave man work before he created a woman for you or a wife for you. So the role of men is very important. If you check in 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 7, it says, "Husbands, in the same way, consider it as you live with your wives, and treat them with respect as the weaker partner, as heirs with you of the gracious gift of life, so that nothing hinders your prayers." This verse emphasizes the importance of men leading with love and respect, recognizing their responsibility and stewards of the family. Men are stewards of the family, and it is important that men and discover their role and stick to their role. So I'm going to be talking about characteristics of a Christian man or Christian masculinity. And this episode has been inspired by a lady, for that fact, because I was just on my work schedule and just typed and passed my phone to one of my friends that I work with, a female friend, and asked her, what topic should I speak about today? And she wrote Christian masculinity. And I was like, yeah, that's what I'm going to speak about. So it means that even ladies acknowledge that the Christian masculinity is now going into shambles. People are no longer approaching masculinity in terms of a Christian way and in terms of a way that is going to be in reverence of God. So Christ-like masculinity, what does it mean to embody Christ-like masculinity? It means you need to integrate your masculine traits with Christ-like character. And we can explore some of these traits. And masculine tendencies include, I just did some notes here, so we include things like taking charge. As a man, you need to take charge in any situation. You are not supposed to be following. You should be the leader. So you need to take charge in many situations. And if you check in Proverbs chapter 20 verse 18, it advises that plans are established by seeking advice. So if you wage war, obtain guidance. So true masculinity involves leadership and taking charge, but always at the same time seeking wisdom from God. So when I say you need to take charge, I don't mean that you should just go operating in your own wisdom. No, you should seek wisdom from the Holy Spirit and use this wisdom to guide you in your masculine walk. The value of work is also part of the masculine tendencies. Genesis chapter 2 verse 15, as I've talked about, it reveals the Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work it and take care of it. So work is not just a means of provision, but a reflection of God's grand design for men to be industrious, and responsible stewards. So you shouldn't just be, you shouldn't slack as a man. You should be there hustling, and you do not need a white collar job to hustle. You just go into the ground and do whatever God gave you to do. And I like Miles Monroe's teaching where he says that God did not give us chairs. He instead hid chairs within the trees. God did not give us, let's say, a tree. He gave us a seed and hid the tree within the seed. So even for you as a man, there is a lot that you possess within you that you only need to tap and unlock it. And once you do that, you're going to enter into the field of work and the realm of work as a good steward. A good man, if you live in the design of Christ-like masculinity, you need to control your tongue, as you know that the tongue has power over life and death. Proverbs chapter 21 verse 23 warns, those who keep guard their mouths and their tongues keep themselves from calamity. So Christ-like masculinity is also characterized by self-control, including the ability to know when to speak and to know when to stay silent. So a truly Christ-like masculine man does not have verbal diarrhea where you just go and spew all everything you know everywhere. You need to know when to keep quiet. You need to know the authority to speak with. You need to know who to speak with, what tone. So the tongue is a very powerful tool to master as a man as you lead your Christ-like masculinity life. You also need to have spiritual leadership. In Ephesians chapter 5 verse 25, it instructs husbands, love your wives just like Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. Men are called to lead their families spiritually and nurture and guide them in their faith journey. As a man, you need to take responsibility for your spiritual nourishment within your family. You shouldn't just be there providing in terms of the financial, in terms of the emotional. You should also provide in terms of the spiritual. Teach your children, teach your wife, because you as a man, if you do that and you're the head of the family, then you're going to lead and guide that family into a greater institution. So men should also learn how to protect and provide. I feel like as a man, you need to establish yourself in terms of protection. You need to take charge in terms of protection. Protect your family. Just as Christ selflessly gave himself for the church, men are also called to sacrificially protect and provide for their families. If a burglar breaks into your house, what are you going to do? Are you going to just sleep and let your wife handle the business? No, you need to take up your stand as a man and do what it takes to protect your family. Because Christ, we are called, as men, we are called to protect our wives, just like Christ protects the church. So Christ protected the church from going into hellfire and eternal condemnation by sacrificing himself. Imagine, he died on the cross, sacrificed himself so that the church, his wife, could not go into eternal condemnation. So who are you as a man not to protect your wife? And you're called to protect your wife. So as a man, you also need to continuously seek wisdom. Continually seek wisdom and humility. You need to stand firm in faith and embrace vulnerability also, because I feel like sometimes as a man you feel like you can't be vulnerable. No, you are also a human being and you have your own feelings. Declare these feelings to people. Share your emotions. Do not be there and suppress your emotions and feel like you can handle all business alone. So that's why you can go and talk things out. This is out, let's say, out of the Christian context. In a man-to-man context, go and share whatever you're going through with other men and let them advise you accordingly. And you need to sip and filter and know what advice to take and what not to take. So I feel like being a man is very, in this 21st century right now, it's under attack. Being a man is just being a man, existing as a man. You're already in chaos. It's like it's crazy, and you need to be very careful on what to engage in and what not to engage in as a man. So I want to call you to seek for Christ-like masculinity. I'm sure that I've not covered everything within this short video, but again, in subsequent videos, we'll keep talking and redoing these videos so that we can instill the insights that will make you a better man. Thank you for watching, and cheers. Kindly subscribe, share, like, comment, and do everything that makes this video go viral. Thank you. Cheers.